Okay, so welcome everyone to the introductory session of the Gavel Club. I'm Aditya Verlekar. I'm a 12th grader in RN Pudar School. I felt the need for speaking skills among the youth, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. It was sheer luck that ma'am agreed to mentor youths like us. It's an honor to introduce Girija Deshpande ma'am, who's the founder and vice president of Eloquent Elite's Toastmasters Club. She is also a leadership coach and training partner to several organizations for their soft skills and behavioral skills training. She is a director of CSR projects and fundraising for Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite. She also translates short stories from Tamil to English and publishes her story narrations in both English and Tamil. I request Girija ma'am to take the reins of this session.
1 minute. I'll just unmute myself. Yes. Am I audible? Welcome everyone to this Gavel Club. This is a beautiful initiative. And I especially accord my welcome to the president of our club, Eloquent Elites, that is Toastmaster Girish Mittal. He runs his own organization and he's also a marathon runner. So you can understand his grit. He's also a Rotarian. He has taken various leadership positions in Rotary also. He contributes a lot to community welfare, setting up and running schools and several administration of several organizations around Borivali. So welcome, Girish. Before I'm here just giving you an introduction about what is a Gavel Club and the various activities that we can do as Gaveliers. And later on, I will answer your question answers. I hope that goes well. Okay. So what is a Gavel Club? A Gavel Club is a part of Toastmasters International. Now, what is Toastmasters International? Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization. It teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. Now, this organization grew out of a single club. This was founded by Ralph Smedley in the year 1924 at the YMCA club in Santa Ana, that is California, United States. Toastmasters has served over 4 million people until now. And today, there are about 364,000, that is 364,000 members. And it is spread over 145 countries. And there are about 16,200 clubs as of today. Now, how did my trust with Toastmasters start? That is a very interesting story. It was the year 2008. I was already a trainer, a soft skills trainer and a coach and a facilitator. And I was freelancer. I had my own company. So I would go and propose into several companies and pitch my presentation. And several companies accepted me as a trainer. And one such organization which I went to was Oracle. And there, the HR manager was very good. And very good in this sense, very open. So at the end of all the interviews, he called me and he said, Girija, your pitch is the one that we like the best, but we cannot select you. I was shocked. I said, what happened? Is the pricing a little difficulty? What is the issue? So he said, no, it is not the issue at all. The issue is our company has a policy that if there are Toastmasters who are applicants, then we will select them. And there are 2 people who are Toastmasters who have also applied. Though their presentation, the content that they presented was not at par with what they presented, still because we have to go by the company policy, we are selecting them. So I advise you to do Toastmasters. Now, from childhood, I've been very fascinated with public speaking. I won several prizes at all India level. And I thought, okay, what can this Toastmasters teach me big? And I found out that, okay, we have to start Toastmasters in India and in Mumbai. And we founded the Mumbai Toastmasters Club in 2008. We started that club. And several Toastmasters from different other countries and different parts of India came there and spoke, and we got very good membership and we started the club. And once I started learning there, the curriculum, I realized that there is a method to that madness. We may be speaking well. There may be people who are listening. I was already teaching in Podar College when I have got a very good experience. And I knew that when I would stand in the class, there would be sometimes, if there are 120 was the capacity of the class, there would be 130, 140, 10 or 15 students standing in the class. And once I went to the principal and asked, I think we have to provide more benches in the class. He asked why. I said, all the students don't even have benches and they're standing. He said, no, they're club students from other classes who are coming and attending your class. That is how it used to be. So it had gone into my head and I thought, oh God, I've already won a lot of, all India level prizes and so many students appreciate me and wherever I go, I'm being welcomed. And now when I went to Toastmasters, I realized that there were so many things that I had to learn. And I came to US also because my family circumstances demanded that I come here. My daughters are here. And I attended the clubs here. And then when I went and presented projects, they said, Madam, your enunciation is so good. Pronunciation perfect. But you're going at breakneck speed. We can't follow it. We don't speak so fast. So that is when I learned to pace my speech, and I understood that pacing and pausing automatically helps people to assimilate knowledge. So I learned a lot after joining Toastmasters, and that is why still I continue to be a Toastmaster. And my passion with Toastmasters, about Toastmasters, has never subsided. I would encourage everybody to join Toastmasters, even the greatest of leaders, because there is always something to learn from each other. And that is a very enjoyable experience. Very big companies like Apple, Amazon, Ford Motors, Exxon Motors, Cisco, so many of these companies, they value Toastmasters a lot. Employees who have done Toastmasters, they encourage them to do that. Deloitte, UPS, Cisco, so many of the companies, even in India, you've got Mahindra and Mahindra. So I have members from Mahindra who are there. So these organizations accept that Toastmasters enhances valuable soft skills and as well as confidence in the employees. So that is why it is best to join at a young age. But the Gavel Club itself started only in the year 2009. In 1925, Toastmasters had started, but Gavel Club started only in 2009 for young people below the age of 18 who are not working and not earning for them. So Gavel Club are a way of providing Toastmasters experience to groups who are not eligible for regular membership because of age. So following the similar Toastmaster Club protocols only, it is being conducted. And there are the same officer titles are there, education manuals are there, and Gavel Club members are referred to as Gaveliers. And Gavel Clubs also provide the members with an excellent opportunity for community service also. And one of the values of Toastmasters and Gavel Clubs is service. So how to serve others? By helping others improve their skills and improve their confidence, you are helping them a lot. So this is a non-profit company. Nobody earns anything out of it. If you go for a training program, for a 2-day training, I myself am a trainer. So I tell you, when I conduct a presentation skills workshop, so usually anything, it can range from 8,000 per day to it goes up to 25,000 depending on the level and the depth in which the participants want the presentation. But they don't learn as much as you do in Toastmasters, because in a Toastmasters or in a Gavel Club, you meet minimum 24 times a year. And each time you can present. Minimum is 24 times because if you attend only your club meetings. But I make it a point to attend 2 club meetings beyond my clubs. I'm a member of 2 clubs. And beyond that, every week, at least 2 club meetings of 2 different Toastmasters club throughout the world I attend, anywhere. So last week I attended Medley one Toastmasters club in California and another club in Kuwait. So we learn international experience, culture, we participate, we contribute, we take part, we do roles that come up at the last minute. So we develop confidence and we get their feedback. That is something very important. So now, as you all know that you're all below 18, to start a Gavel Club, all the group members must adhere to the following. So you have to get the approval or endorsement of a host institution. So Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club, of which Girish Mittal is the president, that will be your host club. And you must use the program of procedures, materials, services of Toastmasters International. And you must apply to Toastmasters International for a certificate of affiliation, which all this we will help you with. Okay. What is the advantage of becoming a Gavelier? You will overcome nervousness because you will have speaking assignments. You will have practice constantly. We will coach you, mentor you, edit your speeches, preparing you to time it. So you will know how to speak before an audience. You will learn how to present and organize ideas logically and present them in a convincing manner. See, that is the most important skill. Sometimes a teacher may be very knowledgeable, but all the knowledge is in the head. If her communication is bad and if she's able to convey only 10% of her knowledge, she's not even as good as a teacher who has got only 50% of her knowledge, but she's able to convey entire 50% or at least 48% of what 90% of what she knows. So knowledge may be only 50%, but at least 90% of what she knows, she is able to convey. So that is most important. So it is, I would urge all of you to focus on this skill, and this opportunity will never come because when you're a student, the other responsibilities are very less. So develop your skills. When I have taught in engineering colleges, I have taught in even some of the chartered accountancy institutions. In the beginning, everybody thinks I'm a good chartered accountant and I know all the engineering skills. Why is it that I need to work on my English? But when they go to supervisory level, that is when they begin to realize for managerial levels, for vice president levels, their language is very, very important. Their communication skills is very important. How they connect with people is very important. And in all that, Toastmasters helps you. And you will not only organize ideas and present them convincingly, you will also learn to listen. Now, this is something that nobody teaches us. As a child, we learned only by listening all the different languages. But that art of listening is gone once we grow up, because all the time we're thinking about how am I going to answer this person? How can I impress other people? So we forget to listen well. Again, Toastmasters teaches you to listen. When doing different roles, we are supposed to appreciate people specifically. You said like this, I appreciate this. You gave this example, this is beautiful. You gave this example, probably you could have enhanced it by saying this and this. For giving suggestions, also you need to listen intently. So only when you do those roles well, again, or you are getting feedback on those roles as well. On the feedback that you give on people, you get feedback. So that is why it is very important to join Gavel Club, because young age, even before you join Toastmasters, you have acquired the skills. Even before you join an organization to work, you have acquired the skills. Even when you are a student intern, when you go to colleges, you are presenting projects, you will find this has been a great help. You will stand out among others. That's much I guarantee you. And in addition, you will also learn new technology. If you take up, say, VPPR position, even those who don't take up also, like public relations, you will learn. Toastmasters conduct several workshops like how to practice Canva, how to use Canva to create posters, flyers, etc. How to make videos using that. Even I learned Canva only because of that. And now Toastmasters has introduced different other kind of technology as well in the site, which is called as Udly, where you can listen, and when you speak, you will get feedback. How many R's you made, how many ums you made, how many times you repeated certain word where it is not required. It even gives you suggestions about what are the better sentence structures you could have used. Exactly written feedback you get when you use that. So all this is available to you when we use Toastmasters. Then, yes, you are a young group. You can play games, contests, you can have prizes, etc. And of course, by taking leadership roles, you are volunteering. You are learning the art of contributing to society by being a leader. What do you get, right? It is not like you are earning money, but that distinction of helping people gives you a sort of satisfaction that you will never get doing anything, especially giving somebody which is of intrinsic value for them, which will never leave them. Anything else you give people, it can be destroyed over time. It can become irrelevant over time, but not skill. It will always be useful. It will always stay with them. Fire cannot destroy it. Water cannot take it away. Theft cannot take it away. Nothing. As long as the person is alive, that skill is with the person. So that is why. And Gavel Club members also, there are certain roles that you've got to take, responsibilities that you have to take in the club. So some of you members will take up role. One person will be the president, like Girish Mittal is the president. He's the head. He will suggest what new things you can do to the president. He will give guidance to the members. He will look at the club with foresight. In future, what we can do. Those will be the ideas. Then VP Education, which is what I am, Vice President Education. This is the second role. And Vice President Education supports the club in many ways. Huge responsibility. One is preparing agenda for every meeting. Second is when every member is inducted into the club, you see to it that the person is understanding what exactly are the different projects. Help them with the different projects. Make them take part, talk to individually members and see that they feel engaged with the club. So these are the various things that the Vice President Education has got to do. Then Vice President Membership. Vice President Membership is always working at improving membership numbers. More the members, the merrier it is, because there'll be more participation, there'll be more variety. People will be coming with different experiences. All that will contribute to the diversity, the experience, the fun quotient in the club, isn't it? So that is what the Vice President PR, Public Relations. So whatever the club is doing, whatever the club plans to do, that has to be informed to people around so that you get more members, you get more participation, you get good speakers to the club. So people, when they know that there is such a club existing, they should want to come to a club and talk because they find it is so active in the area. So that is the kind of buzz that PPPR, Public Relations, Vice President Public Relations can create. Then Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms is a very important post. That is, he speaks at every meeting, he or she, the Sergeant at Arms. At every meeting. She's the person who opens the meeting. She or he is the person who opened the meeting. And they will give all the rules of the meeting, during the meeting, the conduct. Say if it is Zoom, you will say that please keep your video on. If you're eating or if you've got to step away, please put off your video. Please put yourself in mute when you've got to talk. So those set of instructions will be given to you and you will begin to speak and you will share the mission of the Toastmasters or the Gavel Club, which is the same. Like you will promote the leadership and speaking ability of the members, and you will provide a very supporting and encouraging environment. So everything will be given to you and you've got to speak that. Then the secretary is another role. Secretary is the person who will record the meetings, who will make note of the meetings, who will present report of the meetings to at the end of the year to the Toastmasters International. And then there is a treasurer. Without money, nothing works. You are not collecting huge money here, but then as a club, you may want to have a competition. You may want to give prizes. You may want to hire a venue and then have a party. You may want to go for a picnic. So during those times, you will collect money. You will maintain the accounts. You will spend it very diligently and with a lot of duty as if it is your money. And then you will present it to the club at the appropriate time in one meeting so that members know this is how you've used the club money. And they feel you are accountable and you can be trusted with money of the club. So these are the various members. So as I said, President, then VP Education, VP Membership, VP Public Relations, then Secretary, Treasurer, Sergeant at Arms. So there are 7 members who are taking up leadership roles. Now, a club can have annual pattern or a semi-yearly pattern. So you can select members every 6 months, select leadership roles every 6 months or 1 year. But I suggest 1 year because you don't want to go through this process of election again and again. And people, once they take responsibility, they take some time to warm up to that position, understand the responsibilities, deliver it well. And by the time it is time for them to go. So give time. So better to take a 1 year term. This is my suggestion. You can, as a club members, you can discuss it and we can always change it also later if it doesn't work for us. And in between, if a member has to drop for some reason, which is very, very unlikely, then somebody else can take up that post. Not a big problem. And every Gavelier's promise is this, that 1, I will attend club meetings regularly. Very important. Because Don't think, oh, I'm not paying fees, so I don't have to attend. It is only yearly, about some $48 or $50 as a club you are paying. So individually, probably it comes to just $1 or $2. So you will think, oh, okay, this is nothing for you. It's not money, but your time is very valuable. And you've taken a membership, better make use of it very well. And then the second commitment that you will make is, I will prepare all my speech and leadership projects to the best of my ability. I will give it my all, like it were a school curriculum. It were a school project, as though it is graded. Do your best, because that is where you learn. I will base them on the project manual of the competent communication manual. It will be shared with you. PDF version will be there. You will be able to go through, and any doubts, I am always there. VP Education will be guided. So I will guide your VP Education, and I myself also will be available. We will clarify everything. And then you will have competent leadership manual also, which will guide you how to do the different roles. Then you will prepare and fulfill the meeting assignments properly. Every meeting, when you take up a responsibility, you will come and do it. And then you will provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluation. Very important. You don't take it personally. Some member could have fought with you, but while you are giving a feedback, you will be very objective. You will give an evaluation which is useful for the member, so that the member can improve. Don't say, oh, very good presentation. It doesn't help. This particular aspect, you were very good. Then the person knows, oh, my voice modulation was good. When I asked question, I presented very well. So I should retain that. Or your posture was very good. You're looking at the audience. The camera was very good. I felt as though you were looking at me. This is what you want. So that kind of feedback, specific feedback, learn to give that. And then to help maintain a very positive, friendly environment. So in your WhatsApp groups, be active. Send something which is lively. Send something for people to laugh. Don't raise contradictory issues there. Talk one-on-one to people and help members learn and grow. If you have got videos or audios which are useful for people to learn with reference to speaking skills, you post that, not something else which is not irrelevant. So that it is, when people come there, they know they will learn something about speaking and they will give their feedback. Somebody posts, nobody else gives a feedback. That is also not advice. You feel as though you are talking to the wall. So don't do that. Then I will, when I take up responsibility as a club officer, I will do whatever is required, when not even when called upon to do so, but as is required. And another responsibility is, I will treat all the fellow club members and guests with respect and courtesy. And whenever possible, as far as possible, bring guests to club meetings so that they can see the benefits of the Gavel Club and they will join your club. More the members, again, I am insisting, you will enjoy it more. And follow all guidelines and rules in the educational and recognition programs. Honesty, high ethical standards, no need to even say, it goes without saying, you're going to follow that. So this is about a membership, a member's duty. I also told you what are the various responsibilities or roles you will take in the club. Now, every meeting, you have got different role players. Okay. So in the club meeting, those people, the president, vice president education, VPPR, they're all working behind the curtain. But during the meeting, there are other role players. Every member can take the role players. So the only person who comes to the front and all the time does roles, the meeting, the club membership role, is the Sergeant at Arms. Other than that, the president may sometimes be there, the vice president education may be there, vice president, PR may take other roles, but they're not talking in those roles. But the Sergeant at Arms is the person who opens a meeting dot on time. And he will, he or she will give all the rules of the Zoom meeting or regular meeting. If you're meeting in a venue, what are the various disciplines that people need to follow? You will talk about that. And then introduce the presiding officer of the day. The presiding officer is usually the president, but when the president is not available, then you actually hand it over to usually the VP Education handles it, or sometimes you invite other.
Girja, may I interrupt you for a moment?
Yes.
See, probably we should break here giving the information and ask for the feedback till now. if they have understood what we are trying to say, and if they have any
I will
doubts.
add that is the point. After explaining meeting role players, then I'm going to ask. We've already discussed the flow. Yes. So one is I will just discuss the meeting role players. Then after that, we will stop and we'll take the feedback. That is it. So one is, as I said, the club head, the club roles. That is the leadership roles, the president, vice president, education, vice president, PR, all that. And during the meeting, what are the roles? That is what we were discussing. So then there is a Toastmaster of the day. So like you have a meeting, you have any meeting or any function, what do? You have a host, you have an anchor. So here we call the Toastmaster of the day or Gavel Master of the day, right? So the Gavel Master of the day is called GMOD. And if it is evening, you will say Gavel Evening Officer of the Day. So that person will conduct the meeting. The entire flow is being conducted by that person. And then there is a joke master, somebody who will share the joke of the week. Then there is a grammarian who will look at the grammatical structure of every person who speaks in the meeting, from the first to the end. And the grammarian also gives a word of the day as per the theme that is chosen by the Toastmaster of the day or the host. Okay, so that word of the day is used by maximum speakers, and at the end, the grammarian will give the report. How many people use the word of the day, and what were the beautiful usages that people did, and what were the areas where they can improve. This is a big learning experience, because each time somebody will say, this pronunciation, this is the American pronunciation, this is the British pronunciation, this is where you went wrong. And this is how the grammatical structure should be. You had a singular noun and you used a plural verb, or a plural noun and you had a singular verb. So these are huge learnings. How do you present that? I'm there along with Aditya and your VP Education to help you. Don't worry about it. Then there is an R counter. R counter is somebody who will count. There are fillers that people use while they talk, like you're thinking aloud. So people do not know to silently think. So there are people who will use fillers like those kind of guttural sounds. They actually look very awkward if you are on a telephone conversation, especially. It will really jar. So this helps following the R counter and becoming aware that I am using these kind of fillers helps you, because you will avoid them as time passes. Then there is a timer. Every prepared speech or a project has got 4 minutes or 5 minutes minimum, and then 6 minutes or 7 minutes maximum. And the timer will take care of that, and they will give you timing indication every now and then, and those rules have to be followed, and the report is presented after every section. You have a Zoom master who will manage the Zoom and prepare surveys or prepare voting possibilities, ballots, and then collect the votes, count the votes, and give the details to the secretary so that the VP Education prepares the certificates ready, and that can be shown. Then the speech evaluators. There is a separate curriculum for it. We will prepare you how to evaluate speeches. After you present the 4th level only, we can become a 4th level or 4th project of the 1st level only. You can become a speech evaluator, but we will train you right from the beginning. General evaluator is there. The entire meeting is evaluated. How did it start? Did it follow the proper protocol? So these help you even when you join an organization to follow the proper protocol. So nobody has to tell you, because automatically it has become a part of your DNA. So you will do the right thing, because when we point out to others, this is what you need to do. What happens? I also become conscious. If I tell you, when you are talking, you're not looking into the camera. Next time when I talk, I will take care that I look into the camera. So this is how this helps. Then there is table topics master. Very beautiful role, because this is the role that allows everybody in the club to speak in the meeting impromptu, without any preparation. There are speakers who come with prepared speeches, and there are people who will be giving impromptu speeches. So both these are provided in every meeting. So this is how it helps you. Now I come to the crux of the Toastmasters organization and the Gavel Club organization, how it is conducted, I presented to you. So I would welcome questions from you. Any other feedback, any other questions you want? I can again repeat any of the things that you've got doubt. Do not hesitate to ask me. Even if you think I've already explained something, if you want to ask, you're welcome to ask. I hope I was clear, but certainly this is for the first time, too much of information to take. So please ask questions so that I'm very clear that it has reached all of you. Please, you're welcome. You can unmute yourself and talk.
So, ma'am, I have a question myself actually. So, could you please explain once again the different VP positions?
Okay. The VP positions are 3. Vice President Education, Vice President Membership, and Vice President Public Relations. Now, what is the role of Vice President Education? Every member has to follow that curriculum, that is Competent Communicator Manual. The Competent Communicator Manual has got 10 prescribed projects, speeches that people have got to prepare, how each speech has got to be. So say, for example, if Aryan is a member and Sarah is the VP Education, she will have to see that whether Aryan is following the curriculum. So Aryan will say, I'm presenting the first speech and this is this thing. So if he wants guidance, he will say that this is how my speech is. He will present it he will give the edited or unedited version to Sarah. She can go through and she can suggest improvements before he presents his speech. So you know that the speech is between 5 to 7 minutes duration. So accordingly, I will guide Sarah to do it. I will also help to do it. I mean, I'm just giving as an example, whoever is taking the VP Education role. So don't have to be worrying about it. So that VP Education guides all the members how to go about the curriculum and how to prepare the speech. So in between, we will also have education sessions where we will invite somebody to talk about, okay, how to complete the education manual, how to prepare an icebreaker, how to organize your speech, how to introduce voice modulation. For all this, I will get speakers. They will come and speak in the club. Then it becomes very easy for you to follow. Then you will prepare your speech. That is how we can do it. Then VP PR is public relations person. So he will prepare the manual. We can create a Facebook page. It is free. We can post this thing. And there is an international page also of Gavel Club. I will suggest that you all join that club. So you will know about the various international club activities that are happening online. You can participate. There are competitions. There are, championships that are being presented. We can participate in that. So VPPR is a connecting link between that and the club. And he will connect all the people. And he will also make other people know that such a club exists. And that is the function of the VPPR. That is creating that buzz inside the club, outside the club. And VP membership takes the help of the VPPR. If the VP education of the club functions well, then the members inside the club are happy. VPPR functions well, the members outside the club are happy. They come to know, people outside the club come to know. Then only VP membership can function well and enroll more members.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I think that answers my question.
Thank you. Any other questions? Everybody can put themselves on video.
Gives yes. There is a question regarding how to become a Toastmaster in the chat.
We will go to that. We will go to that. Chat questions. Yes, we will. Toastmasters, regarding Toastmasters. Yes, you can become a Toastmaster. You can contact me. Aditya will share the number with you and we will share with you all the details one-on-one.
Ma'am, you say that, hi, Pratik Tulsa on this side. You say that the venue would be different, right? Each time the venue would be different, or how does it happen when this is offline?
Okay. So when you become a member, now this can be formed as an online club. That is what we had discussed it, because nowadays travel becomes very difficult. People take a long time. So usually you can meet online, and once in a while, once in 3 months, you can take a place, maybe a clubhouse of your building itself. And most of the people, because you belong to the same building, you can meet there, and others from outside the club can join you, and you can have a physical meeting. Otherwise, meet online and complete the projects, because nowadays most of the organizations also, they conduct several meetings online. Only when you sign the dotted line, they're making you fly from, say, Chicago to Japan. Otherwise, they are asking you to do it all online. So even the microfacial movements, there are studies now that have come that are now released, because people are all speaking via Zoom. So even a small smirk I have, a grin I have, that is being noticed and that is being marked. What does that body language imply? So that is something very important. So you become a master in that, how to present yourself even online, because they're the complete focus. When I was speaking in the speaker mode, I'm the complete person who's there on screen. So that is what happens in an organization. If your eyebrow twitches, they notice that. So why did that person do that? So my suggestion, probably she did not like it. So this is how they will read. So it is good to practice both online as well as offline. So once in 3 months or something, you can have a meeting in the club, invite everybody and speak. So you will also overcome nervousness of speaking to people in person, and also overcome the nervousness of facing people on camera. Some people just freeze on camera. When they see themselves on the laptop, then they freeze. They're just looking at themselves and they're not able to talk much. So both helps. Have I answered your question, Pradeep ji?
Yes, ma'am. You have answered my question. The only thing you mentioned in between that it can be done in your clubhouse or something, because you are in the same building. I didn't know that this is only for a building wise. I didn't know. Is it a building wise batches?
No, it is not building wise, but most of the members in the club happen to be from the same building. So for example, if you hire a hotel venue, you will be paying, say, 20,000, 30,000 rupees. Whereas if you have a building and you have a clubhouse, probably you may be able to get it at a cheaper price. And organization also, setting up the mic, tables, everything becomes easier. The other members can travel and come. So if there are 40 members in a club, if 25 of them, wherever it is convenient, they meet. And for the others, a little travel will be required. That's what. It is not specifically for members from one building. No. But many members are from the same building. That is how they came together.
Okay, and I missed out on the charges front because I missed that part. Can you repeat that?
For Gavel Club, actually, to enroll the club, there is $50 that you've got to pay, and membership year per year, something like $48. So first year, every member probably, that $100 will be divided among how many members are there, and that will be paid. After that, every year as a club, you will have to pay $48, and it may go up, say, $50 or $52 or whatever. Whatever is the annual club membership, all the members will have to divide amongst you and pay it to one person. That person will pay it to the club, and you will get the receipt for it, which will be shared with the club.
So what is the average number of membership in the club?
It can, minimum is 20, but you can have 50, 60 also. You see, more the members, participation and conducting the meetings become easier, because each time, suppose I call Aditya for every meeting to you be and come and conduct it, he may have a test, he may have an examination, he may have a project. At that time, somebody else in some other class or some other school may be free. So it is a good idea to have a diversity. So if everybody from only Podar International School are there and they are having examination, at that time you cannot have meeting at all. But say if you have got it from some other school, so Hiranandani Public School or from some other school, right, St. Paul's schools, then what will happen? You may not have examination at that time, and you may want to, or if from a different class, not 9th standard, but you are not 10th standard, but you are 8th standard, then you can still present. So that is why it helps to have diversity.
How do you...
fees will be divided among members. So if there are 50 members, each member will get only $1 you will have to pay. If there are, say, 25 members, then you will pay $2 each, right?
Yeah, that's fine. But how do you identify that? How should be the club membership members locality should be? Like, you are pitching us for this particular program right now. So how did you, how are the other members or participants in this particular meeting room you have identified? Are they from the same locality or something? You have
No, actually, we prepared like the brochure. There is a Gavel club like this, which helps you to promote leadership and this thing. And it was sent in several WhatsApp groups. Then people joined, right? And people, because Aditya took interest, he talked to several people from his own club building. And so many members from his own building are also there. That's how it is.
great.
Yeah. So
So,
you
ma'am,
can
currently, sorry,
yes.
sir.
Yes,
So,
Sheetal, go ahead. Go ahead.
Renu. So currently it is it's a mix right now. The current in this meeting is everyone is from Mumbai only. I will say western suburbs of Mumbai only, or is it like mixed audience right now out here?
So
We will
as
have
of
to
now,
talk first. Yes, Aditya.
yeah, so as of now, based on the registrations we've got, most people are from the western suburbs. But as we get more people, I'm sure we can expect more diversity in the locality.
Okay, and by when we have to register ourselves?
So
Later
that will
by
be decided and it will be conveyed to you soon.
Okay.
We'll have to form the club soon. So at the time itself, if you register, then it becomes easier. Otherwise, you will not be a charter member. Charter member has a special certificate that you're a charter member. So you will not, a charter member is a member who is there at the time when the club started. That's it. But other members also can join later. That doesn't make a difference. Okay. Yeah. But then, like Aditya said, now this club, most of the members are from JVLR. So people from Ghatkopar, Mulund, even central suburbs can join because it will be, even when you conduct a meeting, it will be easy for them to come. Vikroli, they are also nearby areas. Yes. Yes, Girish has said a very good point. Learning never stops. Curriculum keeps expanding. Yes, that is true. So that is how we are all continuing, right? When we were small, we didn't have Gavel Club, but from 2008, we are all members. And there are people who are members. Like yesterday, I spoke in the club, Spendley One Club, a member who is 71, excellent speaker in US. And he's been a member for the last 40 years.
Ma'am, sorry, asking a very basic question. Is it
Sure.
this meeting is a weekly once or like how often?
You can have once in a fortnight. You can have once in a fortnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
There would be minimum and a maximum number of meetings that would be conducted, right?
Minimum is two meetings a month.
Minimum 2 meetings one has to
Maximum
attend.
can be 4 once a week also, if you want to have.
Okay, but minimum 2 meetings must be attended by the member.
Not attended, must be conducted by the club. But say if for 1 month you cannot attend it all because you're outside the country, you don't attend. But it benefits you to attend, so you must attend. So at least, if there are 12 meetings in a year, at least make it possible to attend 9 meetings at least.
Okay, and that's not a mandatory thing that this much of the meeting you must have attended?
No. It is not like if you do not attend, you'll be thrown out of membership. Nothing like that.
Okay. So what did you mean when you said once in a quarter?
Once in a quarter, you can have a in-person meeting. I'm saying every.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to organize in a venue, then it becomes easy. Otherwise, say, for example, if somebody has to come from Borivali to Powai, or somebody has to come from, say, Ghatkopar to some other place, Andheri, wherever, you conduct the meeting, it will become difficult because with the potholes and the traffic jams and all that, then it will become difficult. You are wasting so much time in travel. So that time you can use for preparing for projects and deliver them well. All that you can do. And once in a while, it is good to meet people personally, have a personal contact, have warmth, or you can have a picnic somewhere nearby and go there and have fun. So those are different things you can organize. I'm just suggesting. I'm not saying you should. Because some people want to meet personally. There are all kinds of people. Some people say, I don't want to travel at all. I'm happy with online. And there are some people who say, no, I want in person. Both are there. So it is good to have that.
Can I suggest, hi, can I suggest Aditya to put in the chat box, the link of the Google Sheet so that members can fill in the details, whoever is attending the
please
meeting
copy
right
it
now.
and do it, yes.
And if they have not yet
I'll do
filled
that.
up, so we will know as to how, what are how many are the interested members, and what is the age group and from which locality they are, so that there is more clarity about it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm now going to the chat and answer questions before we go ahead. Please please all of you copy the link that Aditya is giving now, and then fill up if you have not filled up already, please fill up. For becoming member in Toastmasters, Girish Mittal has already shared the number. Please take it from chat. Request everybody to take the members, and even you can spread it to other people whom you think. Like, for example, you're working in an organization, you may find that a colleague wants to improve his communication skill. He doesn't know where to go. So if you attend a 2-day training program, it is a one-time event, whereas Toastmasters is continuously happening. So always a person learns the opportunity to improve himself or herself very regularly, because continuous mentoring is available, right? And that too at a very nominal fees. For Toastmasters, there is fees, not like this thing. Around 8,000 is the yearly fees of Toastmasters. And clubs that meet personally, they have more. Like, for example, clubs that meet in hotels and all will charge 15,000, 20,000 also per year. And we are an online club, so we charge 8,000 a year. That is the fees. Okay. And then what is the overall duration of the Gavelier journey in months to complete the entire cycle of learning? Usually a person takes about 2 years to complete the 10 projects. But then there is advanced level, advanced bronze level, also advanced silver level also, which you can go to. So people take 4 years also until they are, complete their 18 years. They are there in Gavel, and then they move on to Toastmasters. Most people who are Gaveliers move on to Toastmasters. They don't want to leave, because like he said, learning never stops, and you begin to realize the fun of learning when you become a Toastmaster. What is the average age of students? We are selecting students who are 9, who are not below 9. We don't want children below 9 to be members, so that we don't have too much of diversity. That is the idea. Between 12 to 18 is what we prefer here. But above 9 also there are clubs. Then they have between 9 to 13, they form a group. Here 12 to 18, we are forming the group, so that there is some parity. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult to keep up. Children feel very easily offended, scared when they see very advanced preparations happening in front of them. So I hope I've answered all the questions in the chat. If there are any further questions, please post your questions, and also you can ask any other things that you want to ask.
Someone has posted a question in the chat.
I've answered all the questions in the chat. Is there anything else?
Mika has asked if every child speaks at every online meeting.
No, not every person cannot speak in every online meeting, because what will happen is there is a time limit. You will hold the meeting for maximum 1.5 hours. Okay, so how the meeting structure is, we call it PI. PI is, one is prepared speech, then there is impromptu speech, and then there is evaluation. So we will have a demo meeting. If you of our Toastmasters, you can attend that. Not many Gavel clubs are there, so you can attend that, and you will understand the same format you have to do for Gavel club also. So we hold a joint meeting with the Gavel club in Bahrain. So I will see that many of them participate. So you will get an idea. So what happens is, there is project prepared speeches is out of the PI. The first part is prepared speech. So the prepared speeches are as per the curriculum. The curriculum has got 10 speeches, as I told you. The first is icebreaker, where you will introduce yourself. Then how to organize your speech. There is a project on that. How there will be an introduction, body, conclusion, what you should include, should you choose your topics, etc. Get to the point, how early you get to the point, how to do that. Then how to say it is the fourth project. Your body speaks, that is your body language. Then vocal variety is another project. then how to research for your project and choose only the appropriate material which can be presented in 5 minutes. Because sometimes we get so much of data, we don't know what to use, what not to use. To help you with that, how to use visual aids during a presentation, then how to persuade people with power, then inspire your audience. So these are the first 10 projects that you will speak. So actually, after the first 10 speeches, you will receive the competent Gavel communicator certificate from Toastmasters International. Imagine, this certificate is very valuable. It is internationally recognized. And it shows that a person who has completed that has developed the necessary confident leadership abilities. And students also can get an award letter issued to, say, for example, if you're doing an internship in a company, there also it can be sent, or your current principal or head of the institution can also receive it, so that when they give you transcription or give you a recommendation when you go abroad for further studies, that can also be helped. And you also get 2 advanced manuals free of charge when you complete that, which is not available for Toastmasters. For Toastmasters, nothing is free. We have got to pay fees because you're earning. For Gaveliers, no. You're putting your time, that itself we value, and we want to develop young people because you are the future of the world. So very often we have frustrations, we do not know to express it, so we get into mental depression. Very often we have beautiful ideas, we do not know how to express it, then again we feel depression. So it is very important that creativity get expressed well. So Toastmasters helps you to do that and helps you to achieve a very bright future. That is the idea why Toastmasters is there. People are ever indebted to Toastmasters because of this. Any other question? Aryan, you have any question? Aryan, Sarah? No? Thank you for being on video. What are you writing or drawing on? Do you have the way of noting down on drawing, by drawing? What have you done? No? Because he had a paper and a pen and all the time he was scribbling something. So I was just wondering. Some people have that habit of noting down everything. And some people draw things in pictures and retain in memory. Different skills we develop. Yes. So I would rather request that members can introduce themselves, because so far I have been talking, but I would like to see you, listen to you. So just take a quick introduction. What is your name? What do you do? And what does your child do? Which standard the child is in? Which school? Please. Can you please introduce? Can we do that, Aditya?
Sure. In fact, I'll begin. As I said in the beginning, I'm Aditya Verlekar. I'm in 12th grade in RN Podar school. So I'm really passionate about electronics and I want to pursue electrical, electronics or computer engineering in college. So I'm working on a few small projects related to that. And yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Sheetal, why don't you introduce yourself? Oh, Renu has joined. Thank you, Renu, for joining.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheetal Verlekar. I'm a co-founder of Tilden Study Abroad Consulting. And I have my 2 children attending this meeting, that is Aditya and Sarah. And I'm very excited that, something this like Gavel Club is about to commence. And so I had a question as to Girija, since this is our introductory session and I am not a Toastmaster, so it's difficult to understand the working or the pattern of the Gavel Club. So I got to understand in bits and part. So I want to know as to what is the next step now that we have heard you, and how can we actually begin this club?
Yeah. Very good question. The way we can do is, one is already he has collected data in the Google data, who are the members who want to join, right? So now next we will have a demo meeting. how a meeting takes place so that people can observe. We can send the invitation to all the people who have registered, all the people who attended the meeting, and all the others also, whoever we come in contact with. They can attend that meeting. Then afterwards, more members can join. Then I will submit this membership list to Toastmasters that so many people have expressed interest in becoming Gaveliers. Then we'll start the Gavelier Club. There we will get an affiliation certificate, charter certificate from the Toastmasters. We will pay the Toastmasters fee also. That is for the first year, $48, and the Toastmasters affiliation fee of $50. So about $100 we have got to pay. And once we do that, then we can start our first meeting. There will be an induction of office bearers will be there. I will invite some senior members from Toastmasters from the district. They will come and they will, we will have a meeting online and the certificates will be given to you. So there will be a speech given about the roles of the president, vice president, etc. All of you will take oath. The people who take up the position, Vice President Education, Vice President PR, the entire 7 people will take oath, and all the members also will take oath about their duties. That is a very important part of the induction. Then the regular meetings will commence. I'm there for most meetings I will attend, otherwise somebody else from my club will attend. 99% of the meetings I will attend, and your VP Education also, whoever takes up the VP Education post also, I will be guiding them how to do it before every meeting. So you don't have to worry.
Okay, thank you. So you will be putting up into the group, the WhatsApp group that we have formed as to certain communication regarding how, about the next steps of
yes,
forming
the next
group?
steps I will put it. Yes, yes.
Great. Thank you so much.
1 minute. My president wants to leave. Do you want to speak, Girish? Why don't you just say a few words and then leave, please? Come on camera, please. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Girish. Yes.
It was a very good introductory meeting, Girja. As always, you explained everything lucidly, and I look forward to this club starting soon. And as you have already offered that you and I are always available for any further doubts or any questions all these people may have. We are always there to help, support, mentor, whatever is needed for the growth of these children. Our children are also, I mean, your children a little older, but my daughter is almost the same age as of some of them.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Girish sir. Yeah. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much for attending and your support in the future.
I need to leave for another meeting, so I'll catch up with you all guys.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
He is very busy. He is also in Rotary, very senior member. And he runs marathons. Almost every week he runs 40 miles and all that. So I don't know how he finds the time for everything. Very capable person. He runs his own company too. Yes, any other questions? Members are there. Please. Okay, I think now there are no more questions. So do we close the meeting? Ritu, I also had to drop. Okay. What is the time commitment? Whether it can be taken up with a very heavy academic year. Time commitment is not every week, like once in a month, maybe 2 hours is what you need to give for preparing your speech and practicing. That's it. 2 hours per week. Mika, I hope I've answered your question. I think any other question people can ask in chat also in the WhatsApp group. I will be there to respond to them. Thank you very much for organizing the meeting. And I'm sure that we will. Yes, Nehal Raj. Hi.
Yeah, ma'am, this is Vienna's father, Jayesh here. So basically don't have a question, but I've been your student in LTIT. So it was just a coincidence that you were there on the...
yes, I taught in LTIT, so very amazing.
So, and I can vouch you to the students that lot of learnings have been there with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Even now I'm in touch with many of the LTIT students, and I'm always part of their life. And absolutely, it was a beautiful experience for all of us. We grew together. So they will always say, we learned a lot and all that. I also learned from all of you. So beautiful experience. What do you do now?
I work with the IT company as a VP for operations.
In Mumbai itself?
Yes, Mumbai itself.
Okay. Lovely.
Yes. Nice seeing you here.
I'm so happy that even with your child also I'm there. Wow. Amazing. I'm very excited. Yes.
So the Toastmaster which we connected earlier, so it was just a coincidence that you were giving this speech and I heard your voice, so I just came to know.
Okay. That is so lovely. That's so lovely. I'm part of Eloquent Elite Toastmasters, which I founded. It is a Rotary Toastmasters combination club, the first of its kind in India. So especially for Rotary members, I give them separate coaching so that, many of them do a lot of social service, but they don't know how to present a project. They will donate a lot of money, but they don't know how to talk about it convincingly to other people to get money. So when I coach them, they find it very helpful. So it is just a voluntary service that I do for Rotary. So then I said, okay, if you want to enroll a member, so that is how we started Rotary Toastmasters Club in India. That is the first in India. So this will be part of that club. So Eloquent Elite Gavel's club, this will be. So that will be a wonderful start. What does Nehal, your daughter do?
Viana is my daughter. She is in 9th standard, Utpal Sangvi.
Okay. Viana is in 9th standard. Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. So
she attended the session, but just skipped for another tuitions online.
Okay. Yeah. So we will fix the time as per the comfort level. We will again, like he did it, we will have a Google form. We will fix the meeting convenient timings and dates as per your convenience, and accordingly we'll fix. Yeah. Right. Maximum members, what is their convenience date? We will see that. And sometimes it happens, like we have meetings every Sunday at 9 o'clock because most of our members felt that on working days, they reach home late and they're tired. And then on weekends, they want to spend time with family. So even if they go out, Sunday, they are back by 8 o'clock. So the next day they have to start. So they wanted the meeting at 9 o'clock. But then this month happens to be that, Ramzan month, and a lot of people, Christians also have got their function like Good Friday and all that. So we decided, okay, we will have it on Sunday afternoon, because they didn't want it like during the fast breaking times. So we had it in the afternoons. We have to consider the convenience of the members who are regular, and we will do that. Yes. So very happy to see you, Nehal. I can't express my happiness. So happy.
Jayesh, ma'am.
Yes, Jayesh. Yes. Jayesh Rajput. Yes. I thought, so many people, they have changed their names. Like, for example, when I was there, it was Girija single A and single H I used to put. Now in many places, I put double A and double H because it happened, it's a very, now that only some of us are there, I can share this with, it is a very, very eerie experience I had. I never believed in such things. My daughter is in California. She goes to a club and then somebody tells her, it was dark, and then somebody holds her hand, and while suddenly she stops and then she says, I touched you and I feel something very odd. So she asked, what? Your mom is in danger. Your mom is in India and she's in danger. So she said, what? Ask her to add another A and another H to her name. And the person left. She just thought, oh, it is fun. And then later on, she wondered, how does she know that there is an A and an H in her name?
Oh.
She wrote that to me. And on that same day, I met with an accident. My daughter calls up my son, and my son picks up the phone and he said, mom is sleeping. He didn't want to tell her because she'll get worried. So she said, but mom doesn't sleep at this time. This is afternoon. Why is she sleeping now? She returned from the club. It was like around 11:30 in California. And for me, it was daytime in India. And she calls up immediately. And my son says she's sleeping. Says she doesn't sleep at this time. So what happened? So then he said, yesterday she met with an accident. She got hurt in the forehead. It is very serious. So ask her to immediately add A and H to her name immediately on wherever people. I say, I don't want to go to that changing my certificate and all that. She said it doesn't matter. On your Facebook and LinkedIn, where maximum people see, you change your name immediately. I said, yeah, I don't believe it. Amma, do it, please. Then she explained what happened and I did it. At least for her sake, I did it. So,
Yes.
so many people change things because of that. That's why I was saying that, Jayesh. Yeah. So lovely to see you. So that was an experience. And after that, she tried to meet her so many times, you know. She went to the same club just to meet that person. And it seems she comes there she sits there for some specific hours and some reading, she called it. Seeing people's faces only, they give some predictions, but she couldn't meet her. Now she's moved to California also. Chicago also, from California. So now I don't know whether she'd meet, but psychic reading, yes, she called it psychic reading. The people in the club said she comes every week. She went so many times, but she couldn't meet her. When she went, she couldn't meet her. But this is what saved my life. That's what she says. So,
ma'am, now that we have, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I think if there are if there aren't any more questions, we can maybe end the meeting.
Yes, we can end the meeting. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Sure. Does anybody have any last minute questions?
So, Jayesh, good to keep in touch. So nice to meet you. And thank you. Aryan, what do? You didn't unmute and speak at all. Which school do you study in?
I study in Tridha and I'm in 7th grade.
Which class? Which school?
Tridha. TRIDHA.
Okay, where is that school?
Andheri.
Andheri, wow. Okay. How did you come to know about this?
The school actually is a very good school. Like basically, I had a friend whose brother is also in the same school, and my friend's mother said that the school is very nice. So my mother enrolled me for the school.
So, but how did you come to know about this program? This
program. So my mother said that there's this public speaking program, so I should attend it. Because I can't actually speak properly in public. So that is why.
You are speaking well and you can become an expert soon.
Yes. It's great that you've decided to join, Aryan. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Well, Sarah, what about you? Which standard are you in? I know now that you're Aditya's sister, but other details, which standard are you in?
Yeah, so I'm in 8th. I'm 12 years old. I'm also an Auran Pudarsh. I love playing sports and basically.
Wonderful. So you have got only one child, Jayesh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Aryan. Now we are closing the meeting. Thank you very much, Sheetal and
Bye.
for organizing everything.
Bye. Thank you for the meeting.
Yeah, bye, Aryan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
thank you.
So we will provide more updates on the group, about the demo session and everything. So yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And please fill in the form, everyone.
Yes. How did you find the meeting go? Since only 4 of us are there, how did you find it?
Ma'am, there are a few more people left, I think, in the meeting. So if you don't have any more questions, you may leave, everyone.
Yeah. I'm just asking your feedback. How did the meeting go? Are you satisfied with the way it went?
Yeah, I think it was, you explained everything very well, ma'am. So I think it was very, it was interesting to get to know about the workings in detail about not only the Gavel Club, but how it works for Toastmasters as well, for adults. So I'm hoping that I hope to join Toastmasters as well once I become of age for it. And
it's like, you do MBA after you begin to work and you do MBA before you begin to work. I've done both. Okay, before you begin to work, it's more theoretical. But when you begin to work, then you will get actual life situations for which you want to apply that. So then the way you learn and absorb the same theory becomes very different. So it helps. That is why people who are Gaveliers continue to be Toastmasters.
Okay. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed, it was a very good session. Girija, thank you so much for letting us know.